Eve, are you seriously telling me that this is all you've made me for lunch? I work and work and all I get is spaghetti bolognese and some salad? You kidding me, right? And if you're gonna make a bacon Caesar salad, can you at least fry the bacon until it's crispy? And there isn't enough variety with the vegetables. All you've put in here is lettuce and cucumber. Where are the tomatoes? Do you really have to be that cheap when you're making my lunch? I can't eat something like this at work.
Sorry, I didn't have enough time to dice up all the vegetables, so I kept it simple. I know you really like tomatoes, but I don't think it's so bad without them. And you've got tomato sauce for the spaghetti, after all. I know you always want soup with your lunch, but we've run out of the instant packets. I'll get some today, so you can have soup with lunch tomorrow.
God damn it, Eve, why didn't you buy some before we ran out? Those instant sachets are meant for when you're busy, so don't use them when you don't have to.
I'm sorry, I've been really busy.
I don't expect you to make everything from scratch, you know. I never asked you to do that. Just make sure you don't cut corners like this ever again.
Tom, I really have been busy ever since we moved in with your parents. I know that you must be dealing with a lot at work, but I can't keep up. I have to take care of your mom while I watch Maya and do the housework. I have to be everywhere at once, and I don't think it's fair on Maya that I can't prioritize spending time with her. I need more help, Tom. I think I'm going to collapse if I keep on like this.
You've got my dad with you. Get him to help.
Have you ever seen him helping me out around the house? He's not doing anything.
You don't see it, but I'm pretty sure that he's doing whatever he can when he has the time. Besides, you're a housewife. This is your job. I think that's the least you can do in exchange for everything we're providing you with.
The least I can do? That's what you think? I only agreed to move in with your parents because you said that everyone would cooperate with taking care of your mom, doing the housework, and even raising Maya. Why has it all become my job and my job alone?
I'm taking care of Maya when I get home from work, aren't I? I watch her in the evenings while you're doing all the stuff you didn't finish during the day.
Yeah, but you're literally just watching her. What I mean is that you could help out by giving her a bath, feeding her dinner, and putting her to bed. You're always playing around on your phone while I'm rushing around getting the laundry and cleaning done too. Can't you give me a hand?
Eve, you just don't understand how lucky you are, do you?
What?
You may have to take care of my mom, but it's not like that's such a big deal. She's just paralyzed. It would be a lot harder to deal with her if she was suffering from dementia, but because she's still coherent, you get off with just helping her to go to the toilet and in the bath. It's easy. And because my dad's living with us, he's watching Maya whenever he can, too. I think you're asking for too much. Honestly, you're just being spoiled. There are more adults in the house, so there's no way it's gotten harder to deal with Maya and all the housework.
But it hasn't. I feel like I've got to deal with a lot more than I used to.
I told you, quit being so spoiled. You're never going to be able to manage anything if you keep on complaining that you've got too much to do. You know, one of my colleagues gave birth to twins the other day. His wife's been taking care of them all on her own, as well as all of the cooking and cleaning. And guess what? She's even working from home. I wish you'd learn from her. Maybe you should make a few changes to your routine and find out if there's another way to do things more efficiently.
Then do you think you and your dad could at least do your own laundry and maybe cook dinner for yourselves?
We're already doing more than enough. My dad's been making sure that he doesn't put too much pressure on you, you know? This is his house and he shouldn't feel like an outsider. I don't know what else you could possibly want from us. You're just taking advantage of our kindness.
Tom, you're the only one I can rely on in this house. I'm the one that feels like an outsider. Do you understand that?
You really started to get on my nerves, Eve. I've got to get back to work. I'll talk to you later.
Wait, Tom, if we don't talk about this now, we never will. You don't listen to me when you come home from work, so how am I supposed to make it clear that I need more help around the house? Will you really listen to me when you get home tonight? You're working overtime this evening, aren't you? I'll stay up, so can we please talk when you get back?
Eve, can you let me know when you're going to get back home? My wife's been calling you for a while now.
Dennis, I'm really sorry, but I've gone out to do the grocery shopping. I've just arrived at the supermarket, so I'll be home in an hour or so. Could you tell Tom's mom that I won't be home until then? I'll go and check up on her as soon as I get in.
Well, I'm telling you to come back right now. It's urgent.
What? Has something happened?
She says that she wants to go to the toilet. You'd better help her or she's going to wet herself, and then you'll have to change her bed sheets too.
Do you think you could take her to the toilet instead? All you have to do is help her sit down on the toilet and she can deal with the rest on her own. It really is that simple.
You're telling me to wipe my wife's ass? Why the hell should I do that?
No, all you have to do is give her a hand moving from the wheelchair to the toilet. That's it.
No way. I'm not doing that. I doubt that she wants me to help her. I'm pretty sure she'd prefer you to help her, Eve.
I don't understand why you'd think that, but does it really matter?
Listen, Eve, my wife may be paralyzed from the waist down, but she still feels embarrassment, you know? If she were a little more out of it, then she might not give a crap, but she's not suffering from dementia yet.
I get that, but...
Then you should understand how awkward it is for her to ask me to help her when it comes to the toilet. I'm not wiping her ass no matter what.
I told you, you don't have to do that. She can do that by herself. So you just have to take her to the toilet and sit her down.
It's the same thing. Come on, Eve, you've got to do better than that. We're letting you live in our house rent-free, so I think you owe us. You've got to do this much or you'll be no different from a freeloader.
All right. I'll come back right away.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I'll let my wife know that you're coming back. Come back as fast as you can. My wife's been calling your name for ages and she won't shut up. I'm gonna get a headache if you don't come back soon. Hey, Eve, I'm going out to drink with some work friends, so I don't need dinner tonight.
Could you have told me that a little sooner?
What are you so pissed off about? You should be happy that I actually messaged you in advance. Other guys wouldn't even bother to call their wives.
You, your mom, and your dad, all you do is think about yourselves. You're all so self-centered that I can't even spend a moment to put myself first. I'm sick of dealing with you three. I'm sick of it.
What? What are you getting so hysterical about? Will you chill out? I'm the one that's letting you be a stay-at-home mom, you know. It's all thanks to me. You should be a little more grateful that you have things easy. I'm working my ass off all day so that we can keep a roof over our heads and so that we have food to eat. Quit acting like you have the world on your shoulders, 'cause I'm the one that's really got it tough.
I never said that I wanted to stay at home. If anything, I wanted to get back to my old job. I was looking for a kindergarten to leave Maya to during the day so that I could return to work, but you said that you wanted to move in with your parents. You didn't even give me much of a choice, saying you already started talking to our landlord about ending the contract on our old house.
What was I supposed to do? I couldn't just leave my mom and dad to fend for themselves after my mom's accident. She hasn't been able to walk since she fell off her bike. My dad can't take care of her on his own.
I don't know how many times I've had to say this, but I only moved in with your parents because you promised that everyone would work together to get the chores done, and that your dad would help me take care of your mom. I thought that I would have more help from you and your dad when it came to raising Maya too. But in the end, I've been doing everything by myself and haven't had any help from any of you. All you and your parents do is tell me to do this and that and increase my workload. You're just weighing me down. I'm just a maid to you all. You expect me to drop everything and prioritize your orders even when I'm doing something that's urgent. Sometimes I feel like it would be much easier to just leave and raise Maya on my own.
What, so you want a divorce?
Frankly, I think about it a lot.
Oh, really? Then go ahead and leave.
What?
Do you really think that you can make it alone? Just so you know, once you leave this house and start raising Maya as a single mom, you're gonna get a lot busier than you've been up until now. You're gonna have to do all the housework alone. You'll have to work full time to earn enough, and you won't have anyone to rely on when it comes to raising Maya. If you're complaining about the way things are now, then you'll never be able to make it as a single mom, so just give it up.
Well, I don't think so.
Then go ahead and do whatever you want. You're useless anyway. We don't need you in this house, so leave if that's what you really want.
You're not even going to consider changing things to support me more?
Yeah, I don't give a crap. I don't need a housewife who's gonna do nothing but complain and whine and act spoiled. I'm the one that's providing you with everything you have. Don't you forget that. You owe me. You don't have any right to complain about anything I do. Go ahead and leave and see how well that goes for you. I bet it'll be hell for you.
All right. Then I'd be happy to leave. I don't think there's any other way I can show you just how hard I've been working and how difficult it's been for me. Of course I'm taking Maya with me.
Damn right you are. You're the one that gave birth to that brat. Why the hell should I have to clean up after the mess you made? Oh, but if you ever feel like coming back, you better get down on your knees and beg us all for forgiveness. Otherwise, we're never gonna let you in our house.
Hey, Tom, you've got to hurry up and get back here.
Dad? What? I'm drinking with friends. I'll get back to you later.
I'm telling you to come back right now.
What do you want? I'm having fun here.
Eve's missing. I can't find her. Maya's gone too. I've been calling and calling, but Eve won't answer her phone. What am I supposed to do? How else do I contact her?
Huh? Eve? She's already left. We don't need a housewife that's as useless as she was. We're better off without her.
You idiot! What the hell have you done? Who's going to take care of the cooking and the cleaning? Who's going to take care of your mom?
Dad, will you calm down? It's fine. She'll be back before you know it. She won't last that long on her own.
When is she coming back? I want Eve to come back right now. It's urgent. Your mom's been calling for Eve and she won't shut the hell up.
What? Mom? What does she want from Eve?
She says she wants a bath.
Then why don't you give her a bath instead?
Why should I give your mom a bath? That's Eve's job.
Yeah, but Eve's left and I'm out with friends. You're the only one at home who can help Mom.
Then you come back and help her. You never told me that you were going to be out this late.
What? No way! I don't want to see my own mom naked. That's just wrong.
I don't want to see her naked either.
What are you talking about? You're married. You had me. You've already seen her naked. I haven't seen her naked in all the years I've been alive. I'm not about to reset that record. You'll have to do it yourself, Dad.
See? This is what happens if Eve isn't here.
What do you mean?
If Eve isn't here to deal with your mom, then we have to fight over who does what in her place. You're the one that chased her out. You should take responsibility and take over Eve's jobs. It's only fair.
All right. If you're gonna say that, then you should know that it's not just my fault. You're just as responsible for Eve leaving us.
What? How is it my fault? I never did anything.
Exactly. You never helped her when she needed it, and you were always asking her to run errands for you. You made her buy you beer after dinner, and you pretty much forced her to deal with Mom on her own, didn't you?
I only asked her to buy beer as a favor when she was going to the store. What's so bad about that? And as for your mom, she's the one that's always calling for Eve.
Even so, there's still something you could have done to help her out, right? You didn't have to make her do everything. You could have helped make dinner or hung the laundry out to dry, stuff like that. You could have even watched Maya when she was busy. Eve left us because you didn't do anything, period.
Then what about you? Before you point fingers at me, you should take a good look at what you did and didn't do. You think it's enough that you're working full-time and puff up your chest because you're the breadwinner? But when you come home, all you do is roll around and watch TV or play on your phone.
You spend every day doing pretty much the same thing. At least I bring some money home. You're not even working. You're just a freeloader.
I'm not working anymore because I retired. I have a right to rest. And I am bringing some money home. These past few months I've been working once a week.
You just signed up to that job because you wanted to have someone to talk to. It's just a gathering of old-timers who don't do anything. It's not work, it's a get-together.
Damn you, Tom. I'm not putting your mom in the bath. I'm not doing anything to take care of her. That's not my job. You'll have to deal with her on your own.
No way! I'm not doing anything either. You've got plenty of time on your hands, so you should be in charge of doing all the housework, including caring for Mom. I just moved in with you guys because you asked me to. You should be happy that I'm actually paying for the food you eat. If you don't want me to leave, then you should be the maid in Eve's place. Until she comes back, that is. You can do whatever you want once she's moved back in with us. Eve, you've got to come back pronto! Please, I'm begging you. We really need your help.
Tom, did you get the divorce papers I sent you? Haven't you seen them yet?
Divorce papers? What are you talking about? I never saw any divorce papers.
What? But you're the one that chased me out. That means that you want a divorce, right? I even told you that I was prepared to become a single mother, didn't I? I thought you told me to get out because you didn't care whether Maya and I left or not. You told me to go ahead, remember?
What? No, I didn't mean it like that. I just wanted you to think about what you were saying. You were getting really heated up, so I said that you'd never be able to make it on your own.
Oh, but I am calm. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Come on, can't we just forget about the divorce for now? Just come back. You know that that's what's best for everyone, especially Maya. The house is a mess, too. You've got to sort everything out or it's going to be a wreck forever. I don't even know where to start. It's total chaos. We haven't been able to give my mom a bath since you left last week, and she's really starting to smell. And it's not just her. The entire house just kind of reeks. I don't know where the smell is coming from.
But I'm not coming back, Tom. I want a divorce.
Come on, Eve. Stop acting tough. I know that you really want to come back.
Tom, if you're not going to sign the papers, then I'll just have to have you come to court and have a judge make you sign them. I've got to call my lawyer, so make up your mind. Are you going to sign them or not?
Eve, wait a minute. I want to sit down and talk about us properly, too. I get that we can't go forward until we're on the same page, but our first priority should be to deal with the state the house is in. My mom really needs a bath.
And I am telling you to put her in the bath yourself. It's your own problem, not mine. From now on, I don't ever want to talk to you or your family ever again. I want nothing to do with any of you.
Listen to me, Eve. My dad's been saying that he wants to apologize too. He feels terrible for pushing all the work onto you. He's accepted that he was at fault too. My mom really wants you to come back too. She misses you.
So what? Is that supposed to move me?
I'm saying that you should come back home. I said too much the last time we spoke. I went too far. I didn't really mean any of it. I just got a little too agitated, but I'm not angry with you anymore. I forgive you.
Do you really understand the position you're in? You're telling me that you forgive me? For what?
Huh?
I'm telling you that I am never coming back to live with you people ever again. You three are always so self-centered and don't care about how I feel or what I say. You forced everything onto me, including all the housework, taking care of your mom and raising Maya. You even made me run personal errands. I had to do everything alone, and you think that I want to come back? Screw that.
Well, we're gonna fix that. We won't make you do everything anymore.
By the way, you're the one that I can't forgive the most. Do you realize that?
What? Me?
Yes, of course you. What are you so surprised about? You're the one that said we should move in with your parents. You're the one that tricked me into thinking that it would be better that way. You asked me to become a housewife, Tom. I gave up my career because I thought that that was best.
But you're the one that agreed to it in the end.
That's because I thought that we were all going to support one another. You said that you would. But as soon as we moved in, I was suddenly in charge of doing everything. You wouldn't help me with anything, no matter how much I asked. You even had the gall to say that I was being spoiled, didn't you?
I'm sorry. I take that back. I know that it was wrong of me to say that. I know that it must have been really tough for you.
I'm glad you finally understand, even if just a little. But just because you finally admitted your wrongdoings, it doesn't mean that I'm taking back my decision. I'm not coming back, and I'm still pushing for a divorce.
What? But why? I said I'm sorry. We really regret making you do everything. My dad and I'll help you from now on. We promise.
It's too late for that now. I bet that you're thinking that you can sweet-talk me into coming back and getting the entire house back in order to save yourselves the trouble of doing the dirty work.
I'm asking you to come back because we really can't do it alone. My dad and I have never done the housework before, so we don't know what to start with. And I just can't deal with my mom. I don't want to help her on the toilet or put her in the bath. She's my mom. It's just gross. And she's been in a really bad mood ever since you left. She keeps on throwing things at me and Dad to take her anger out on us.
That's nothing new. She's always thrown things at me, too. If she called me while I was doing the housework or when I was doing something and couldn't get to her right away, she'd throw things at me for not coming to her quick enough. She'd hurl verbal abuse, too. I've gotten a bruise on my forehead from her throwing a remote at my head, but you never even noticed.
What? You never told me that.
No, I told you. I told you when it first happened and the few times after that, too. But every time I tried to talk to you, you were so engrossed in your phone games that you wouldn't even respond to me properly.
I'm sorry. I'm always spaced out when I come home from work. I can't help it.
That's not true. You just never cared about my feelings. That's why I don't think it's worth working my ass off for you and your family anymore. There's no use in giving my all for someone that doesn't even care about me.
Eve, I really am sorry. Please, I know that we were taking advantage of you.
There's no use apologizing either. I'm not going to forgive you.
Please, I promise that I won't make you shoulder all the burden. I'll work harder, even if it kills me. So please, will you just come back?
At this rate, we're not going to be able to live in this dump.
See, the reason why you want me to come back is for your own convenience, nothing more.
No, I really do want you to come back. I want you back because I love you. I don't want to be separated from Maya either. I don't want us to be split up. I want us to be together in one house as a family.
You're the one that's broken up our family, Tom. If you were more sincere about wanting me back, I think you would do something about the house before I came back and prove that you've changed. But you don't care about me or Maya. I can't keep on living with someone like that. And I certainly don't think that it's good for Maya to live with a father that refers to his own daughter as a brat.
Hang on, I was just upset when I said that. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it.
I don't care. Being upset isn't an excuse for hurting someone else's feelings. No matter how much of a mess the house is in, no matter how much trouble you're in, I am never coming back to live with you. Remember that. Sign the divorce papers and deal with everything yourself. From today onwards, I am cutting ties with all three of you. After that, my husband and I went through divorce mediation, and the divorce was finalized a whole 6 months later. Apparently, my ex-husband thought about running away to live on his own, and even found a small apartment to live in, until his parents repeatedly called his workplace. He ended up returning to live with them after just 1 day of staying in his new place. It seems that he's been busy taking care of his mother and dealing with the housework, so even though he's been allowed to meet Maya a couple times a month, he still hasn't managed to make an appointment with us. It saves me from having to see him face to face. I sometimes get some sickening poems through the mail, begging for me to come back and for us to be a family again. But I've been ignoring them all. I have no intention of going back to live with him ever again. I want him to suffer the same way I did, and realize exactly what he put me through. I hope that he'll spend the rest of his life regretting the mistakes he made.